infrared.
Roadster de la Terra.
Man, my transition coming from Oklahoma to California and being able to establish myself out here. My cousin, JoJo Jams, who's a DJ in Oklahoma, but that's my ace, like my brother cousin. But he told me, he was like, if you just go to California and make the name for yourself there, do what you do here, there, he was like, you'll make it. So I always came out here with that being one of my goals, to just establish myself in the underground circuit. And I was able to get on shows. People when I was new out here, yes, I paid to perform on shows because no one knew who I was. And I was like, they're never going to know who I am if I don't get myself out there in front of them. And how can that happen? And this was before I knew anyone. I was just out here kind of doing my own thing and navigating through this ocean of sharks out here on the West Coast. And so just by coming out here from Oklahoma, getting myself on shows, and then giving good music, that's the main thing. I had something worth listening to.
Money, get it, gas, get it, game, spit it, she with it.
Wow, man, I've worked since I've been in California. I have been able to work with some of the most legendary rappers in my lifetime. I've worked with Brother Jay from the X-Clan. I've worked with King T. I've worked with Sugar T. I've worked with Medusa. You may or may not know her, but she's an amazing artist. I've worked with DJ Battle Cat. I've worked with the Dog Pound, Daz Dillinger, and Corrupt. And I'm probably leaving out some names because it's just kind of I'm working with Razcast. I work with The Realist. I work with Sibo from the Bay Area. So it's just so many artists that I've had the great opportunity to be able to work with, being a girl from Oklahoma trying to come to Cali and start rapping. It's amazing how I was able to come from Oklahoma City and kind of land in Long Beach. The way that I really landed in Long Beach is nothing more than divinity, because I was working in corporate America in banking, and I had gone through some situations, and I had got linked with a boyfriend. My boyfriend was from Long Beach, and so that caused me to want to look for a job in Long Beach and create a life in Long Beach. So Billy Flowers, I'll say that. He was my Long Beach boyfriend, and he is how I really landed and settled in Long Beach. I had kind of passed through previously, but that's how I settled out here. And then, I got to meeting people here and working with Calvin Anderson, Mr. Anderson at VIP Records, and just going in there to that legendary landmark of a spot before it was moved to another location, and just working with people and being able to let them hear my music. And it would surprise them when they heard it, because they was like, wait a minute now, we ain't used to no girls rapping like this. And I was like, yeah.
Like I'm Ron O'Neal, and the rap skills that I possess, I should have an S on my chest and a mic on my neck, cause I regurgitate super versus rap bitches that even ain't yet. MC Hannibal, rap cannibal, serial killing, rap villain, put 187 words in a verse and call it lyrical cap killing.
It's a blessing. Thanks. I'm gonna say shout out to my bro Beefy Loke and to Big C Style, who is the founder of the Dog Pound, right? So that's like my bro from Long Beach. And then again, it comes back to once the artists like Daz and Corrupt, I've been seeing Corrupt all over around for a long time before I really managed to become a part of that family. So, but he used to be like, hey, OKC, hey, OKC. So he was aware of me and how I get down on the mic. And that relationship came more of like a family affiliation with his cousins and everybody, like really on 2-1, hanging out for birthday parties and kids parties and barbecues. So like that relationship developed over time, and it went from just being, we're like a family, and then they was like, nigga, you DPG, you know what I'm saying, get your ass, out here. So, he put me in the videos, and he's like, come on, sis, you know, they called me, we're going to be over here or whatever. So it's really an honor for me. And it'd be like an out-of-body experience when I be there, because it's, you know, you always dream of what you want to do, and even though you know you can succeed and you have the ability to succeed at doing what you want to do, living that shit out is a trip. Right. So, well, I don't know if you know who John Payne is, JP. I was presented My Chain and Welcome to the Death Row Family by JP prior to Snoop's acquisition of the company. So I am a member of the Death Row family. Do I have a contract with them? Are they getting any of my publishing or anything like that? No, but I am a member of the Death Row family. I wear this chain with pride, and I represent them, and they're going to call me on stage when they're receiving awards, because I'm a part of that family, and it is what it is. So when you see me, you'll see them, and when you see them, you'll see me. It's Death Row, it's DPG, it's LBC, it's OKC, it's RED, it's all of that.
Yeah, and nobody do it better than I'm all about my cheddar, man. Out here catching numbers, but I'm dodging all the letters, man. Smoking on my medicine, hitting corners.
You know, like, I know there's a lot of female artists that are out, and it's like, I feel like they don't really represent the woman I am. Right? I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm married. I have children. I have a career. I have, you know, other things going on. So I don't have anything against the hot girls, but I'm a real bitch because I'm from another era. I'm from another genre. So it would be crazy for me to put my grown ass out there and, you know, be trying to bounce and twerk with these young girls. They can have that. And there's nothing wrong with that lane, because there is a lane for them. But I feel like it's important for me to provide hip-hop music for the grown women who want to hear hip-hop music but don't want to hear about sucking and fucking. We come from, I'm a hustler era.
Natural, you a cold peach. I'm a beauty and a beast. 21 guns salute when they see me in the streets. For these players trying to get me in the sheets, I keep it G. Cause that ain't how I roll.
Or whatever, she can relate to what I'm talking about, because it's hashtag real bitch summer. You know what I'm saying? It was Queen Pimpin' going down Saturday night in the strip spot. I got my miniskirt on with the high heels and the Hennessy, got me feeling sexy and hot, but I ain't drunk. I peeped all you punks soon as I hit the stage. About 70 tricks in the circle already in the motherfucking days. So when I dropped that, there was no females bussing in that manner. So that's a 25-year-old flow. So that was my hometown hit, Give Me Your Money. And then my first underground Cali hit was from DJ Battlecat. Blessings to him. Thank you, bro. Because he blessed me with a track when I was first out here, and I have a song called Cali Life. Ballin' all night and day, living life the Cali way. We ball all night, we ball all day. It's a traditional Battlecat West Coast track. So that was one of my first underground singles that circulated through California. And then I did On the West, which I was working with a label called On the Run Records with TJ Papa Johnson, TJ Pops Johnson, who is the brother of Mario Johnson, aka Chocolate, aka the producer of Vanilla Ice. So I had that On the West. We all know how they do it on the West. That was like one of my tributes to the West Coast. And then my next song that really got me going on the West Coast is a song called With It, which is produced by my homeboy Roach Killer de la Mel Daddy, which means you the shit daddy in French. But he did With It. He actually did most of my Velvet Hammer EP, him and Leo Wild, who Leo did some of the songs on the Velvet Hammer.
Hey.
Okay. You know what? I got that persona because I love entertaining the crowd. I love being up on stage and having people enjoy what I'm giving them. I'm there to give you something to enjoy. And so when I see that you're actually enjoying it, it just pumps me up even more. You know what I mean? But I like to represent and represent well. And I like for the crowd to have a good time. And I like for them to be able to hear me clearly so that they can vibe along with what I got going. So I just like to entertain everybody. I like everybody to have a good time. And I like, that music. And I just want to make sure I reach everybody because I love everybody in that crowd that's rocking with me. I like my biggest supporters here on the West are, I have to say, my friend Sylvia Moorhead, Seal Mac. She introduced me to a lot of people and kind of made sure that I was put in a good circle of people. And then she was like, now I'll put you in the waters, swim or drown. And I got out there and I was able to swim with the sharks. So thank you, Sylvia. Brother Jay from the X Clan, which is, believe it or not, I met him on the West Coast, but he's an East Coast rap god, period. But Brother Jay has been a mentor to me, and since I've been out here, and he's been a big support. Let me see, my bro Beefy Low from Long Beach. I know y'all know who that is. If you don't, look him up. He's been a big support of me and really the whole Long Beach city as a movement. Anyone I encounter, they appreciate the way I rep Long Beach, and so Long Beach really supports me. So they're as a whole, and my bro Big Cluso, who passed away a year ago. He was a great big supporter of mine. He co-produced one of my songs, Undisputed, that I had with Battle Cat, and he always just gave me, information and guidance and dropped jewelry, and then he always also let me know, that I was doing a great job navigating through the West Coast out here, so I want to say rest in peace to him.
Figure just crawling along through life, real slow, not knowing which way to go, while dodging all the praying foes. I had to stay low on my toes.
Outside of music, I have been dabbling in acting. It started with this web series called The Nest, which was on YouTube for a while. We had multiple episodes, and it got rave reviews. It was a dope show, and it was a dope experience. So I was recently cast in a series called The Sins, which is the Seminole Indian Negro Scouts. I play Mary. It's back in the 1820s, so that's a series that's coming out soon. I've also been cast in 2 movies. That one is called The Blackest Yellow, and the other one, well, actually 3. And then 2 kind of like autobiography stories about someone in Secret Service, and another like the first black police officer in Nevada, in the state of Nevada. So I've been cast as the lead role in that one. So I'm excited to just dabble in all areas of the arts. Acting is fire. Believe it or not, it's been recorded for quite some time. I have a lot of unreleased music, and I've been just sitting on it, waiting for the right moment to release it. But how it came about is back when I was doing the Velvet Hammer, you know how Pac used to do, go in the studio and record 30 songs, and then he picked 10 and you still have the other 20 and you do something with them or you don't. But I still had, something left over, and I was just going through listening to it and listening to the bars and to the music. And I think once I saw that, because at first it was kind of like too lyrical, or I felt like, but at one point, so I didn't want to drop it and I didn't want to include it on the EP. But as I saw hip hop going back to the element of the art of words, and I had that song, and I was like, that'd be a good song to drop. And Boki Loke is doing the hook on it, who is a brother of CPO, Boss Hogg, rest in peace, who you can hear on Tupac songs. he is singing the hook, and that came about through my bro Beefy Low. We were just at DJ Cell's studio, and just it was like, who will sound good on here? And Beefy was like, you should get Boki. And I was like, okay.
I'm gonna debut in here tonight for forever. So forever, this is a world premiere. Fire. Y'all check me out. We taking it back to the bar. Y'all feel me? Hey, check it out. It's your girl, Natural, look, nice and fresh. I'm unforgettable. They ain't crazy, I'm unforgettable.
All right. Hey, this has been Real Rap with your girl, Natural Red. Make sure y'all tap in for any bookings, any business inquiries. Hit me at naturalredmusic@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram, Natural Red Diva, Snapchat, The Natural Red. I'm available on all DSPs.
Can get it though. Know that if that shit go down the lover and a fighter. And I'm your favorite rapper's ghostwriter. I got more bars than the penal system flowing from my brain through my veins like hormones through my adrenal system. I grow these little rappers up trying to fuck with me. Turning from kids to adults, rap puberty. These little whippersnappers ain't even really rappers.
Yeah, because